Hello, and welcome to Vietnam Travel News. This week, we will take another look at the week's news items from various Vietnam media sources. We also have visa news from our visa partner, and we'll show you this at the end of the video. Please stay tuned to the end to find out this information. In our first item today, we have seen in the news that Vietnam Airlines have started selling airline tickets between Australia and Vietnam on a regular basis. Flying between Sydney and Ho Chi Minh City twice a week, and to Hanoi once a week, costing on average $850 US, one way. These flights will give chance to more Vietnamese, currently around 300,000 of them, who live and work in Australia, to travel home for the Tet holidays at the end of the month. Our next item today. The Civil Aviation Authority of Vietnam has suggested more regular commercial flights to destinations in Europe to be opened up. Seeking authority from the Ministry of Transport, the CAAV has said flights to France, Germany, Russia, and the UK at a rate of 10 return flights per week. This will meet demand for the huge amount of Vietnamese, approximately 140,000, living in Europe, who wish to return home for the Tet holidays. Self-isolation at home, for 3 days, for the fully vaccinated or recovered passengers, is still in force. Our next item today. Again, due to heavy demand from Vietnamese traveling home for Tet holidays, the CAAV has agreed to 14 weekly flights between Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Singapore, Taipei, and Seoul, along with 10 weekly flights from Bangkok and Phnom Penh. Time is not on everyone's side though, with New Year's Eve just 2 weeks away, today. Are you Vietnamese, and on your way home for Tet? Would you like to share your story? Contact us by email, as shown in the description below. We will highlight your story in our next episode of Vietnam Travel News. Our next item today. The tourism industry, in all parts of Vietnam, have been affected by the pandemic, obviously, but what about in the future? There are parts of Vietnam which may suffer post-pandemic. Take for example, the province of Con Tum in Vietnam's Central Highlands. A community of people, in Con Co 2 tourist village, in the Dak Ro Hoa commune, believe the proposed building of one of 5 small hydroelectric power plants in their region will severely impact their tourism industry, of which is pretty decimated already. Famous for its beautiful waterfalls along the Dak Bla River, residents of the area feel the building of the hydropower plant will cause the waterfalls to lose its beauty to attract visitors. However, sources in Con Tum City do believe the one hydroelectric power plant currently in operation along this river will be the only one, and no others will get the go-ahead. In our next item today. Do you know your Vietnam caves? Sun Dong, the world's largest cave, which is located in Quang Binh province, which is also home to Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park, is in the news this week. Visiting Sun Dong is not for the faint-hearted or a budget-minded backpacker. A 4-day, 3-night adventure, crossing underground rivers, trekking through underground rainforests, and climbing up and down ravines, is a challenge for even the fittest of people, and, with a price tag of $3,000 per person, also not the cheapest. But, all 1,000 slots for this tour, for 2022, have now been taken and is fully booked for the season. According to Oxalis, the only company permitted to offer this adventure tour, most of the tourists booking were from Ho Chi Minh City and other southern localities. If this is on your Vietnam bucket list, get your name on the list for 2023 or 2024 as soon as you can. It is certainly one a member of our team is hoping to do sometime in the near future. Dong Hoi is the airport closest to the caves, and to Phong Nha, where you will no doubt stay. Flights between Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi seem to be running normally at this moment in time. Have you been already, or have you been to other cave tours in Phong Nha? Do leave your comments below to share your experience. Now on to some weather news in Vietnam this week. If you have never been to Vietnam before, did you know it does get cold? It may not be the temperature levels of Europe and North America, but in cold weather, high humidity levels, which is often seen in Vietnam, will make you feel colder. So do bring decent clothes if traveling in the north, around December to February. We have seen backpackers traveling in from Thailand in December and January, wearing vests, shorts and flip-flops, shivering as they walk between beer hoi bars around the old quarter. Were you one of these guys? Comment below. So, the news of a cold spell in North Vietnam. In some mountainous regions this week, they are expecting below 5 degrees temperatures, with a light frost. Other northern regions will see temperatures of 11 to 14 degrees. On to some COVID news within Vietnam. The Health Ministry confirmed that over 15,600 new cases in 61 provinces and cities was reported on Sunday the 16th of January. Hanoi, Da Nang and Cang Ho are having the highest numbers. 68 new cases of the Omicron variant have also been reported. All cases were from imported travelers, with 30 in Ho Chi Minh City, 27 in Quang Nam Province, 3 in Da Nang, and the rest in various locations including Hanoi and Cang Hoa. So far, over 72 million people have received 2 doses of a vaccine, with 17 million having received boosters. Now to some information about visas, which may be of interest to some of you watching today. As the news on visas and travel changes, day in, day out, or weekly, we requested up-to-date information from our visa partner this morning, and this was their reply. We are currently waiting for the most updated implementation and guidelines from immigration, for both Vietnamese citizens returning home and international guests. Currently, the latest regulation is still valid. Tourist visas are still limited. Working visas for experts, technicians, investors or managers will be considered, but require sponsorship from a company located in Vietnam. We have been piloting one-way international flights for tourists and family visiting guests. The flight is from Seoul to Nha Trang. It costs around $1,850 per person, including a 3-day tourist visa and 3-day quarantine in a 5-star hotel. A 30-day tourist visa extension can be applied at a rate of around $55. You can then freely travel but within Nha Trang only. If you are Viet Kieu, or are legally married to a Vietnamese citizen, you can get a visa exemption and take a charter flight to Vietnam and stay in Vietnam for 6 months. We can arrange both services for you. If you are in a hurry to return to Vietnam, you can consider this. If not, I think you should wait for the new guidelines soon. Any comments you may have about this information, please leave below. Every week, we will bring you further information on Vietnam visas, with weekly updates from our visa partner. Do click to subscribe, and click the bell, to be notified of this news. Thanks for watching our channel today. See you next week, with more news, from in and around Vietnam. Hen Gap Lai.